Hi there. Welcome to Human Services 142, and this is the beginning class in psychosocial rehabilitation. I want to introduce you to Rose. Rose often accompanies me on our talks and things. She thinks she's part of the class, so I just let her stay here for right now. I wanted to talk to you about being happy you're here and kind of what the procedures are for this particular class. It all starts with going online to Blackboard, because everything we do is on Blackboard. So when you go on to Blackboard, you're going to see several lists, particularly over on the left-hand side of the screen, where you'll see Start Here. And if you click on Start Here, it's going to give you all kinds of information about psychosocial. It's going to tell you what the grading system is, what the rules are for the class, what the purpose of the class is. It's going to give you my phone number. You already have my email address on there too. So you can contact me anytime that you need to, and you can count on the fact that I will call you if I have a question or something that I want to know from you. If you answer a paper that I'm not sure that I like your answer, that I'd like you to do over, I will call you and ask you if you'd like to do it over and get a higher grade. So I'm Linda Gillespie. Those of you who've already had me know that I prefer to be called Linda, but you can call me Dr. Gillespie if that makes you feel better, but it's not necessary. I am approachable. I do want to hear from you. I spend a lot of time in front of the computer and grading your papers and wanting to answer any of the questions that you have. If you have problems on how to do Blackboard or just don't understand quite how it works, you can call me and I will help you to a certain degree, but the help desk for online is the place to go. And you can find the number for that in the Start Here portion, or you can just get it off information for MJC. But they will help you through the technical aspects of it. I will always have somebody in every class who likes to remind me when I make a mistake. And I look for you because I do make mistakes. I don't mind you telling me. I don't need you to be rude, but I like you to tell me if you find a mistake, and I will be more than glad to fix it. I do make mistakes. You make them, and I'll make them too. I try really hard not to, but somebody in the class always finds where my mistakes are, and that's usually kind of fun. What is psychosocial rehabilitation? Well, as you look at the field of mental health and what's happened over the years, we started about in the 1970s with a system that said if you have somebody who's mentally ill, you treat them with medication, and you may do group or individual counseling with them. And that's it. That's what happens. And usually what you get is group counseling if you have to have help from the system and you don't have a whole lot of money with insurance to pay for it. Group is what you get. And for people like me, I don't do really well with group. It's not my thing. I tend to listen to everybody else and never say a word. And that's not what it's all about. You're supposed to speak up and answer questions and be part of the conversation. But psychosocial rehabilitation does it a different way. It does what the public schools have long done. It's kind of like an IEP for adults, at least in this phase of it. If you take 146, you will hear more about the IEP process. And that means you have a team approach that works with somebody to help them find a way to be successful in functioning in society. That may involve, as part of it, counseling, individual or group, and or medication to go along with it. But basically it's looking a way for people who need the help to function on their own, to feel successful in life, despite their mental health issues. And so that's what we're going to look at. It's just a way of twisting around services to see what is the most effective thing for people to have. So we're going to look at a little bit of history of psychological science, if you will, and see where we started with people like Sigmund Freud and how we've gotten ourselves to where we are today. So you're going to have a lot of different ways to show that. The Blackboard program is divided into modules, and when you go on to Blackboard, you'll see that there are 15 of them for this class plus Start Here. And when you get to that, you can read what's happening for the week that we're going to be starting, and then for the week ahead. you can only open things on the dates that are listed for that module. So for instance, this module 1 for 142 will open on Wednesday, August the 27th, and it will close on Monday, September the 1st at noon. So it opens on Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock in the morning, and it closes at noon on Mondays. So that's how it will be for the whole semester. Do not send me emails with your work. If you don't turn your work in on time, you'll have to talk to me about it, because typically there are no makeups. You have from Wednesday until Monday, and you also have a hint about what's happening the week that's coming. There's no big mystery on it. The format of the modules is pretty much the same. You're going to start with a video. I believe in every session of this class you will have a video that goes with the topic that we're discussing. So you'll watch the video, and then there'll be a question on the book, and there'll be a question that's a critical thinking question that you will answer also. Critical thinking questions require that you must use examples from your reading, from what you see in videos, from any other research that you do. If you don't do that, then you won't receive full credit for your answers. So get used to that as you get into this. You'll also have a discussion question, and the discussion questions are open to all of you. And when you go on that, the directions are there on how to get on and how to post your answer. You'll have two responses. You'll have a response to your question, to your answer, and you'll respond to somebody else's. And it takes you about 250 words to be able to do that, somewhere between 150 and 250. And so that will be there every single week. And then you'll have a final at the end, and you'll also have a term paper in this class. The term paper is due in November. It's announced in Module 1. You can see the topics that you have a choice of. If you have something special that you want to do, just let me know what it is, and if it's acceptable, there's no reason why you can't do your own. But I would start now working with a librarian, working with online, doing Google search on how to do APA style and format, because you're expected to know that. And your paper will be graded on how well you do the style and format, in addition to the content of defending whatever it is that you have to say. Let's see, have I said everything I wanted to tell you? I think so. I'm looking forward to working with you, and don't hesitate to contact me, but don't be surprised if I contact you either. And I think we'll have a good semester. This has been a fun class every semester, and there are, as I say, many of you that I know, and I'm looking forward to having you again in school. Thanks.